Greetings, salutations, and good now. I'm local astrologer Kevis Major, doing it major. And today we're gonna talk about the major water trine that we're experiencing right now, and its effects and ramifications on the island of St. Kitts and Nevis. This video is going to be potent and important. There are going to be some revelations about the frequency, vibration, and energy of the island of St. Christopher that you guys probably have never heard before. Yeah? So we're going to be tapping into some real occult, taboo topics. We're going to be tapping into some mysticism and to some spirituality. We're going to be tapping into some ancestry and some heritage and culture when it comes to St. Kitts and Nevis and this major water trine. And this water trine is very, very, very significant, especially for the island of St. Christopher, because it will be the beginning. You know what I'm saying? This is the beginning. We're ushering in the scorpionic phase, you understand me, of St. Kitts and Nevis. And this is where we will begin this topic, you understand me, talking about the scorpionic phase and talking about the Scorpio energy that St. Kitts was built up under, you understand me. Now this thing is beyond any of us, you understand. Now we, as on a spiritual level, we could say that we are the ones who, you know what I'm saying, manifested and created this situation. But for the most part, if you peer into the coordinates of the island of St. Kitts and Nevis, you would see that the major coordinates are 17 and 62, right? 17, 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 house, Scorpio, and 6 plus 2 is 8. Scorpio, 8 house again. So the island of St. Kitts, its coordinates under the sun, was derived out of a scorpionic type of energy. You understand? Number 8 is very relevant. 8 is great in St. Kitts and Nevis. You understand me? The Scorpio energy. Now, what's the Scorpio energy and how is it related to this major water trine? Well, first off, let's talk about Scorpio and more relevance to the number 8. We already know that when it comes to St. Kitts, we do have 9 parishes, but what's more superior, the parishes or the constituencies? So we have 8 constituencies as well. So the coordinates are 8. The constituencies, how is divvied up in a political sphere view, is on the 8. And 8 is great. You understand? The Scorpio energy. One of my old schoolmates dubbed St. Kitts as St.KITTS. You know, understand me? Because St. Kitts is known for, you know what I'm saying, transforming in general, you understand me, even down to transforming on a physical level. You know what I'm saying? Transforming human beings and stuff like this. So when it comes to the Scorpio energy, it taps us into the understanding of darkness, because when we start going through this period, right, in the year, we observe that we have less sun, so it's getting darker earlier, right? So it taps us into more darkness and things that happen after dark and things that happen in the dark, because for the most part you're going to spend the same amount of time working, doing what you have to do, but you're going to start to be in darkness earlier than in the summer. So that's how we start peering into scorpionic energy, you understand me, from a natural level, just looking at the natures and certain things what the animals would do and certain bugs and insects that would come out earlier, you know what I'm saying, we would see them at that particular time, just because, you know what I'm saying, the sun is, because of the positioning of the earth and it's the rotation and how close the sun is, which is astronomy, we experienced darkness earlier. So it just taps us into those type of knowledge. It also taps us into depth, because we know that the scorpionic energy deals with fixated water. Yeah, so fixated emotions, and Scorpio energy is deep, you know what I'm saying, and dark deals with things unknown and in the darkness, underhanding, occult, behind closed doors, taboo things under, you know what I'm saying. If you even look where Scorpio is on the zodiac, it's going under, you know what I'm saying. So it's tapping us into the underworld and going below the horizon, you know what I'm saying, when the sun is going down. And nighttime, actually nighttime, you know what I'm saying. Scorpio, I think, what's the time for Scorpio? Between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. That's really like the scorpionic time, you know what I'm saying, 8 and 10 p.m. So, you know, it taps us into darkness, and, you know, we start thinking about death and the life cycle of life. I mean, birth, life, death. Taps us into transformation. It taps us into deep connections and commitments and constitutions, and even taps us into regeneration, healing, and, you know, just having a nighttime on a esoteric level, you know what I'm saying. You know how on somebody's gravestone they would have sunrise and sunset, so it's like you experiencing your sunset in some way, shape, or form. Now, it doesn't have to be death, but it could be sickness, or regenerating from sickness, or you just being low key, you know what I'm saying, and sitting back and just being in a more secluded type of space, you understand me. So that's like the Scorpio type energy. And Scorpio also deals with money, you know what I'm saying, and finances, based on the fact that it's opposing Taurus. Yeah, so, and it's also ruled by Mars. So I know this is a bit long-winded, but I'm just trying to get you guys deeper into the scorpionic energy that the whole island is built off of, you know what I'm saying. And we could even get into history and ancestry. But when it comes to the money or the financial part, we know that since back then, St. Kitts was one of the richest places in the Caribbean, you understand me. And even to today, St. Kitts still got a lot of riches, you know what I'm saying. But the riches just ain't under the island name, you understand me. The riches kind of divvy up and in certain people's bank accounts and stuff like this. But we still one of the richest countries, you understand me, in the Caribbean, for the simple fact that it's Scorpio is ruled by Mars, which is an aggressive type of ambitious, go-getter type of energy, but it's also opposing Taurus. So anything that is, you know, that opposites type kind of attract, but also anything that is opposing to you, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna want to go and, you know what I'm saying, conquer it or rival it, like it's your opponent. So you're gonna be rivaling those type of energies, you understand me. So you have quicker access tapping into those energies, as just as the person who is natal to those type of energies, you understand me. So a Scorpio could tap into a lot of Taurus energy just because there's opposite, and you could learn those type of Taurus type of energies that deals with wealth and abundance and manifestation and cultivation and property and acquisition, real estate and business and finances and stuff like this. But how a Scorpio would do it now, because Scorpio is a water sign, right? Now we're going to get into some history, because Scorpio is a water sign. Water deals with mood, you know what I'm saying, sentiment, receiving energy, emotions, tapping you more into feminine type of energies, right? So, and it's fixated, it's stubborn, it's consistent, it's headstrong, it's like ice, right? So, and it also deals with, no, hold on, let me just tie this point together now. With the scorpionic energy, it also deals with like sex, you check, and connection, deep connection. No, not just on a physical level. We're talking about spiritual, you know what I'm saying, the 369. So spiritual, emotional, and physical. So spiritual could even be converted into mental, you know what I'm saying, because if you and somebody got the same type of spiritual belief, you know what I'm saying, it tap you into the same type of frequency and thoughts and stuff like this. Yeah, so when it comes to the Scorpio energy now, deep connection on a telepathic psychic level, you know what I'm saying? So two people could join the frequencies and join the ideas, aka the British and the French linking up and joining the ideas, them having sex, you know what I'm saying, on a spiritual level, which is just the joining of two energies, you know what I'm saying? So they join on a frequency and on a vibration to share the island, you understand me? So that I'm trying to give y'all a clear explanation of like the Scorpio type of energy, and that's basically the unity concept, you know what I'm saying? Tapping you more into culture and relevance and more modern day history of the spiritual or the more highest nature of sex, which is just the joining of two qualities, you know what I'm saying, the masculine and the feminine qualities. One gonna be more dominant, one gonna be more, you know what I'm saying, receiving and passive, you check? So you could already see who was the more dominant force and who was more the feminine force in the unity concept, you know what I'm saying, when they had this sexual relation, this scorpionic taboo occult behind closed doors meetings and stuff like this to, you know what I'm saying, do some sort of transformative situation, bring death to a certain situation politically and spring and regenerate and bring healing and restoration and life, you know what I'm saying? So that's the scorpionic energy. And I just give you two historic connotations of the scorpionic energy that ST.KITTS is directly under, you understand me? So you see it in the politics, you could see it in the money, in terms of the wealth and the ability to go and get the wealth, you know what I'm saying, and make wealth out of nothing. Like ST.KITTS is a place that could just turn nothing into something, you check? ST.KITTS is the place for that, the direct. When it comes to even the streets and just the energy of transformation, you could see how the Europeans came here, and on a certain date, I may know if the date correlates to the number 8, but you know, they had a transformative situations where they, you know, had a massacre of most of the indigenous Indians that inhabited the island, you know what I'm saying, and them caused a transformative situation, made them flee. They captured a lot of them, they brought in some Africans and they did the thing. France had their little coalition, you know what I'm saying, and took over with England and run, you know what I'm saying, the empires jointly until a certain transformation happened, you know what I'm saying, certain type of Buckley's riots and different type of riots and violence. And so you check, so the place predicated, the island of St. Kitts and Nevis predicated out of that type of 8 scorpionic energy, yeah. And know that we having this major air trine, right, is going to be ushering in a great scorpionic phase, you understand me? Now when Scorpio moves, when the sun moves into Scorpio in the next 9 days, yeah, because he already started, you understand me, this birth, life, death cycle, you know what I'm saying, things about to get transformed, you know what I'm saying, and they're gonna be happening from behind closed doors, undercover, occult. You ain't gonna know what happened, but things happening, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna be revealed right now, but major things gonna be, you know what I'm saying, being in play, and it's gonna be more predicated to, you know what I'm saying. And we could dive into a lot of positive aspects, because transformation is a beautiful thing when we talk about life and, you know, bringing birth to new businesses, new inventions, new relationships, new children, new families, new structures, new joint ventures, you know what I'm saying, new deep changes within oneself, you know what I'm saying, in terms of your emotions. And you could create a whole new identity, you know what I'm saying, when you're going through the Scorpio type of energy that we're going to be starting in the next 9 days, you understand me? But you got to understand that you're dealing with a dark, deep energy, you understand me? And you got the light aspect and you got the dark aspect. But here what? It's fixated water, so you only could go one of 2 ways, because it's fixated. Fixated water can't go this way and still go back that way. The water going one way, you understand me? And for the most part, Scorpio is like kind of ice, you know what I'm saying, cause the cold, you know what I'm saying, nighttime going under the horizon, so it's more like ice, cold water, you check, so it's just cold, more stoic. And you know, I want to talk about the water curse, you know what I'm saying, because all water signs have a curse, you know what I'm saying, all the signs have the gift and the curse, and I want to talk about the water sign curse just before we break down the major water trine. You understand me? Now, the curse for the water signs, because water is yin yin. If you know about the yin and yang, you check, and you divide the yin and yang into two. So now you have the two internal elements, which is the yin and the yin yang, that will be water and fire. And then you have the yang side, but you still have the yin of the yang, which would be earth, and then you have the yang would be air, right? So this is the curse of the water signs, because they are the more internal, feminine, receiving sign, subconscious, internal, in their own mode and in their own feelings. They're pretty much in their own world, you understand me? And when it comes to externalizing, because they're the most internal sign, they could go the deepest, you understand me? Water signs will have the more deepest understanding of the world, because they could create their own worlds, you understand me? Most water signs live in their own world. They ain't even really in reality. Yeah, no, they could share reality with you, but for the most part, they're in their own world. And their curse now is communicating and expressing their world and expressing their mood and expressing how they really feel, because for the most part, expression is not their nature. Their nature is more internal and holding things in and diving deep into situations, you know what I'm saying? Not like the fire, who is all expressive. So when it comes to trying to communicate, which is air, or fire, which is express, or even to show or stabilize something, that's where the water signs folly, you check, because there's yin yang. So it's just about deep internal world affairs and their own internal world and viewpoints and how they see things, and trying to get it across is a struggle, you check, because water does have modality. They could change, they could initiate, it could get structured, you know what I'm saying? You could make ice out of water, you know what I'm saying? You could have hot water, you could have cool water, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things could derive out of water. The whole land derive out of water, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the water element, you could create a whole world with the water sign, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all of our powers combined. Now this is elemental spirituality that we tapping in, but it's just a deeper understanding to like the water element, which is the water air trine that we tapping into, you understand? So we don't understand the scorpionic energy that ST.KITTS itself predicated under the coordinates 17, that's the major one, and 62. 1 plus 7 is 8, 6 plus 2 is 8, you know what I'm saying? Is great. You add them two together, is 16. Yeah, 16, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's 7, but don't study that is 8 and 8, you check. So tapping us into the major water trine, we already have, let's start with Mars, right? Because Mars has been there, and Mars is debilitated and being nurtured. Now Mars represents the aggression, you understand me? Let's say Mars represents the aggressive nature of the island, the violence in the island, the ambition of the island, or the people of the individuals. You check, let's make it individual, cause this is you have those things within you, and all our powers combined. So we could even put it on the whole ST.KITTS, you check. So Mars, when it comes to the ambition, you know what I'm saying, and the hustle, the motivation, the libido, you know what I'm saying, just that power to just rise up and push out and go for what you want, you know what I'm saying, even if it comes to war and really getting aggressive and masculine and, just doing whatever it takes to get to your goals. It's more in a nurturing state. You understand me? A more calm down state. It's more debilitated. It's just more steam. You check, you have a hot, fiery energy in a water sign. You know what I'm saying? And it's just causing steam. Things look a bit elusive and a bit smoky. Everybody smoking. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just cooling. Everybody just nurturing their own thing that they got going on. Nobody really pushing up themselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people predicated with their family and, you know what I'm saying, those kind of things. So Mars is in a good area for us to just mind we own business. You check, and just deal with what you gotta deal with. You check, just nurture your personal gifts, your family, you know what I'm saying, your roots, and deal with them type of ends there. You check. And for the most part, that's a good thing. But if anybody ruffle them kind of feathers, like, that could get real froggy. You check, when it comes to family and just how you take care of yourself and your business and your property and the things that you're really interested in, because that's what Mars energy is all about, where you really wake up and put all your masculine energy into, that's Mars. But how you go about doing it, that would be your sun sign. So we see what Mars doing, nurturing with goals and with ambitions. Now, the trine, and I'm just looking at the notes right here and just gathering my thoughts, because it's a deep subject. You already see that we're 21 minutes in and we ain't even really break down the trine yet. But you get deeper understanding of ST.KITTS and the water energy and all of these things. Now, we know where Mars is, and we know that it's a trine. The trine is resemblance of a gift. You understand me? And if you watch me ear train video, you would know that, a gift is, access, and you get more power to go about the things that you want to do. Typically, for this water ear trine, it's a gift to connect on a deeper level. We already break down that expression ain't really the strong point of the water sign. That's really the curse. Hard to really express their world and what they're really feeling and their real emotions, you know what I'm saying? And they could give you surface level, they could give all kind of levels, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard for them to give you like the real full totality, because they're deep, they're broad, and you know what I'm saying, that's the water sign. You already understand that. But we have a gift now to just be more relatable for the water signs. You understand me? How they're gonna go about doing it, you're gonna look more Libra-ish, you know what I'm saying, with the expressions and how they're talking, and you know what I'm saying, they're gonna have the gift to express themselves. They're gonna be kind of filtered through Libra, right? But for the most part, it's a more relatable time and having more deep connection to self and to others and the outside world, and you know what I mean, is a more togetherness type of energy without saying it. You understand? You don't have to, you say it but don't spray it. You understand me? So you're gonna be able to express it through the Libra sign, but it can just be more of a vibe and a sentiment and more of a dance. You understand me? Because water would tap you more into like body language and more subtle signs and feelings and vibrations. And the expression's gonna be there because you're always gonna express yourself, even though the water sign is gonna always struggle to express themselves in some way, shape or form, unless they have like another air planet or something that really helping them. So we're gonna have a gift to be more relatable, and we're gonna have a gift to connect all the different aspects of water. You know what I'm saying? And water also taps us into flow, you know what I'm saying, and currency, you know what I'm saying, and money and water and rain and when you put water into something, water taps you into time as well, and nurturing and the thing that is essential for growth. You check? So if you think about